New background alert. I'm in my kitchen and apologize. Hopefully my audio sounds fine. That's actually like red. Let's turn this down a little bit. We're learning together. I'm in my kitchen right now. And apologies if there's any background noise. I'm running my Roomba right now, which great investment if you don't have one of those. But let's talk about the trades I took today. This is day 2 on my Top Step Combine. If you haven't been keeping up, I blew my funded account right after requesting a payout, or I blew my XFA, so we're back on funded. We profited 40, let's actually see, profited 4,600 today. And you can see that my net liquidity is only 151. That's because the first day I hit max drawdown limit. And before we start running the comments talking about risk management, this is just how I prefer to pass combines. I'd much rather, with my strategy, I pass a combine in 2 trades in a row if I win it. Now I probably pass 1 of every 3 combines, but I'd change my strategy once I'm in the XFA. I would just much rather not spend time in a combine, if that makes sense. I don't want to be spending, 2 weeks trying to pass a combine. I just want to get funded. Um, so we lost my first day on this account. We haven't been trading a ton because of news and price action. But there wasn't a ton of news today, so it was technically a red folder news day because we had unemployment claims at 7:30. But by the time market opened, it wasn't really affecting price action that much. We had a bearish bias going into the day. We never broke structure to the upside, so I just anticipated us to keep trending downwards and taking out Asia session lows. I believe these are Asia session lows. Yeah, Asia session lows. Um, so if we drop down, let's just kind of go again top down here. I took 2 trades today. I don't think we need to look at the 15 minute. There's not much to see here, if I'm not mistaken. We want to look at the 5 minute. Okay. So let's talk about the first trade that I took today. I almost just hit sell. I actually marked this out and had a limit order resting, but I just didn't think there was enough confluence. I had this order here. Just because I just thought market was going to go when we opened. We also had this 1 minute fair value gap that we were tapping into but respecting. So I imagine that we were going to trend down, but again, not enough confluence. So I would have been trading one of the day, but I didn't end up taking that. I actually just waited for some retracement. And on the 5 minute, we had this fair value gap here that we tapped into, which is actually what I entered on. Or I, partially entered on that. So again, we had a 5 minute fair value gap that we were inside of and being respectful of. And my actual entry for my first trade, which was a 1 to 1.2, we had this, we swept this liquidity here, and then we made this movement up. And then we also had this IFVG. Now, again, this isn't an A plus setup by any means, but I figured given the confluence, given the bias, this was not a bad trade at all. I actually did expect this to continue downwards, but again, with my strategy, I'm not really looking for 1 to 2s and 1 to 3s and stuff like that, even though we did take a 1 to 2, but we'll talk about that. I just wanted to go for the 1 to 1 here because I was looking to take 2 trades today. So we took the 1 to 1 here and we banked that. There's not really too much to see on this trade. Now, if we look at the second trade that we took, I think there's a little bit more that goes into it because I figured I'd be able to catch a bigger movement because we did not take out these lows right here, which I figured was going to be a really strong draw on liquidity. Again, these are Asia session lows. So we consolidated a little bit in this range up here. And if we look on the 5 minute, we make a couple of different things right here. So the first thing I was looking for, we did break structure to the upside here. So I was not looking at any trades here. I stepped away from my computer for about 10 minutes because I knew that's how long it would take at least for price to break structure to the downside. Because on the 15 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour, we were all bearish. So I was just waiting for extra confluence with 5 minute order flow and 1 minute order flow because we were both bullish. We were bullish on 5 minute and 1 minute. And I want all my time confluences to be in line. If I'm taking a short, I want order flow to be the same on all time frames. So I wait for this 5 minute break of structure right here, which we end up getting. And in the midst of this 5 minute break of structure, we make a 1 minute order block, which was my entry. So again, I took a 1 to 2 here. I set my stop loss pretty high just because, there was a lot of price action around this time. So again, we took a 1 to 2 after tapping into this order block, and we did start red in this trade, which wasn't great. But you can see here, it was pretty smooth sailing from this point forward. Something else that I used for extra confluence on this second trade here was this 5-minute CISD. This 5-minute CISD. You can see here that we have this up move here that sweeps this liquidity, making equal highs. And then we have all these downward candles. This is not, we had a break of structure and a 5-minute CISD, which is a change in state of delivery. And my finger was literally hovering over close position, because if we did not have a CISD with this candle, I would have closed the position. But again, we got a 5-minute CISD here. And because of that, I was able to keep holding this trade all the way to our take profit at 1 to 2. Again, I could have brought this all the way down to a 2.1 just to say I took out London session lows. But I was more than happy with the 1 to 2. So again, just to recap here where we're at, we had a $4,600 day. And the game plan is to have 2 more days similar to this. We're going to need, what is that math? 7,500. So I want to pass this account within probably another 2 trading days. Tomorrow is Good Friday, for all my Christians out there. God bless. And, I'm looking to, again, I want to pass this account next trading week. I don't love spending time in combines. But yeah, I thought I'd make this quick video. There's probably no editing in this video. I just wanted to, get this out really quick, before I go on about my day. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, you have a great rest of your day.